Aristotle's classification of plants into trees, shrubs, and herbs was primarily based on which of the following criteria? Simple morphological characters. A major drawback of the two-kingdom classification system proposed by Linnaeus was its failure to distinguish between eukaryotic and prokaryotic organisms. Which of the following characteristics was not a primary basis for R.H. Whittaker's five-kingdom classification system? Size and complexity of organelles. Archaebacteria that thrive in extreme salty areas are specifically known as halophiles. Cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae, possess chlorophyll, which is structurally similar to the chlorophyll, found in green plants. Heterocysts, found in certain cyanobacteria like nostoc and anabina, are specialized cells primarily involved in the process of atmospheric nitrogen fixation. Mycoplasmas are distinct from other bacteria primarily because they completely lack a cell wall. The indestructible cell wall deposits of diatoms, rich in silica, accumulate over billions of years to form a substance known as diatomaceous earth. The phenomenon of red tides in marine environments, which can be harmful to other aquatic life, is typically caused by the rapid proliferation of dinoflagellates like goniulates. Euglenoids, such as Euglena, exhibit a mixotrophic mode of nutrition, which means they can perform photosynthesis in light and behave as heterotrophs in darkness. The plasmodium, an acellular, multinucleate, amoeboid mass of protoplasm that can grow and spread extensively, is a characteristic stage in the life cycle of slime molds. African sleeping sickness, a severe human disease, is caused by a parasitic protozoan belonging to the flagellated group, identified as Trypanosoma gumbiens. The cell walls of most fungi are predominantly composed of a structural polysaccharide called chitin. In the sexual reproduction of fungi, the initial step involving the fusion of protoplasms of two compatible hyphae or gametes is termed plasmogamy. Which class of fungi is characterized by having an aseptate and coenocytic mycelium, and produces asexual spores like zoospores or aplanospores? Phycomycetes. Neurospora, a fungus extensively utilized in biochemical and genetic research due to its well-studied life cycle and genetics, belongs to the class Ascomycetes. In basidiomycetes, such as mushrooms, the characteristic sexual spores called basidiospores are produced exogenously on specialized club-shaped structures known as basidia. The class Deuteromycetes is often referred to as fungi imperfecti because members of this group are known to have only asexual or vegetative reproductive phases. Viruses are considered acellular entities and are not included in the five-kingdom classification primarily because they exhibit an inert crystalline structure outside a living host cell. The proteinaceous protective coat enclosing the genetic material of a virus is known as the capsid, which is composed of smaller repeating subunits called capsimers. Viroids, discovered by T.O. Diener, are infectious agents that differ significantly from viruses because they consist of a free, low molecular weight RNA molecule without a protein coat. Lichens are composite organisms representing a close symbiotic association primarily between an alga and a fungus. Assertion A. The five-kingdom classification system placed fungi in a distinct kingdom separate from plants. Reason R. Fungi possess a cell wall made of cellulose and exhibit an autotrophic mode of nutrition. A is true but R is false. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria play a crucial role in nutrient cycling by oxidizing various inorganic substances such as nitrates, nitrites, and ammonia. The dikaryotic stage, N+N, where two haploid nuclei coexist in a single cell without immediate fusion, is a characteristic feature found during the life cycle of certain fungi belonging to Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, which group among the protozoans includes organisms that typically move and capture their prey using pseudopodia, false feet. Amoeboid protozoans. M.W. Bajering demonstrated that the extract from infected tobacco plants could cause infection in healthy plants and termed the infectious agent Contagium vivum fluidum, referring to viruses. In the symbiotic relationship of lichens, the fungal partner, mycobiont, primarily contributes by providing shelter and absorbing water and mineral nutrients. Assertion A. Kingdom Protista encompasses all unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Reason R. The phylogenetic relationships and boundaries of Kingdom Protista are clearly defined and universally accepted by all biologists. A is true but R is false. Prions, the infectious agents responsible for diseases like bovine spongiform encephalopathy, BSE, are primarily composed of abnormally folded protein molecules.
Go to smartylearn.com, log in. Now here you can access detailed mind maps of all NCERT chapters. Link in the description. Subscribe now.